The absolutely fabulous collection is available in BBC video and DVD box sets, and you can
go mad. I want to feel different. I want to enjoy myself.
Now, they've been away from our screens for far, far too long, but they're back. Back, I say, on BBC Three. And as always, they're absolutely fabulous.
This is an emergency broadcast from the BBC. Please pay attention. Emergency information will soon be broadcasted on this channel. This is an emergency broadcast from the BBC. Please pay attention. Emergency information will soon be broadcasted on this channel. This is an emergency broadcast from the BBC. Please pay attention. Emergency information will soon be broadcasted on this channel. Approximately 10 minutes ago, NASA alerted the United States government to the presence of a sizable object that has entered our solar system, positioned between the Kuiper Belt and the Oort cloud. The nature of the object remains unidentified at this time, but preliminary assessments suggest it may pose a potential threat to human life. Authorities strongly advise all individuals to remain indoors and avoid public areas. This precaution is due to an unidentified object currently en route to Earth's orbit, with an estimated arrival time of approximately 4.5 hours. While the nature of the object remains uncertain, staying inside reduces the risk of exposure should it pose any threat. Please ensure you have a battery-powered radio available, as disruptions to television and other communication services may occur. Stay alert and await further official updates. If you are aware of individuals currently in public spaces, please refrain from attempting to contact them. Local law enforcement is actively informing the public of the situation and will instruct people to return home safely. Personal calls at this time may overwhelm communication networks and lead to widespread disruptions in telephone services. If your children are at school, rest assured that they will be returned home shortly under the supervision of school staff and emergency personnel. Parents and guardians are strongly advised not to attempt to collect them, as doing so may interfere with coordinated efforts and place additional strain on public safety resources. NASA has initiated direct communication with the United Nations as part of an urgent global response effort. Key intelligence is being transmitted to national authorities across multiple continents, prompting swift action from scientific communities. In Britain, aerospace analysts and government advisors are now delving into the unfolding scenario, working to decode the latest findings and clarify what exactly is at stake. The situation remains fluid, and international coordination is intensifying by the hour. At this current time, we do not have any information to bring you. This broadcast will remain active so more information can be relayed as quickly as possible. Please stay tuned to this channel and stay calm. NASA has provided updated findings to the United Nations following continued analysis of the unidentified object. Based on current data, international experts have ruled out the possibility of it being a spacecraft or artificial construct. Instead, the object appears to be a planetary-like body, natural in origin and bearing similarities in composition and structure to known celestial formations. Its estimated size is comparable to Mimas, one of Saturn's moons, known for its heavily cratered surface and distinct appearance. This revelation has prompted further investigation into the object's trajectory, origin, and potential implications for Earth and the broader solar system. Despite its planetary-like appearance, recent scans suggest the object is not a conventional planet. Unlike typical celestial bodies that possess a molten or solid core, this entity emits a heat signature originating from a much smaller, concentrated source, resembling a central reactor rather than natural geothermal activity. This anomaly has led some experts to theorize that the object may, in fact, be an artificial construct, possibly a massive space station cloaked in planetary disguise. If this theory holds, it raises the extraordinary possibility that the structure could be inhabited, and that intelligent extraterrestrial life may be en route to Earth. While no direct evidence has confirmed this, the implications are profound and have prompted heightened global attention and scientific scrutiny. At this time, the intentions of those potentially aboard the object remain entirely unknown. NASA has not received any form of communication, signal, or transmission from the structure, nor has it initiated contact. This decision stems from caution and uncertainty surrounding the nature of the object and its origin. Without clear evidence of its purpose or the presence of intelligent life, authorities are proceeding carefully, prioritizing observation and analysis over engagement. The silence from the object adds to the mystery, leaving scientists and officials around the world to speculate on whether its arrival is accidental, exploratory, or something else entirely. Our official guidance remains in effect. We strongly urge all residents to remain calm and stay inside their homes. Do not go outdoors unless there is no other option. This measure is in place to protect your safety and reduce strain on emergency services during this critical period. Please ensure you have access to a battery-powered radio and a supply of spare batteries. Disruptions to television, mobile networks, and internet services may occur, making radio broadcasts the most dependable source of information. If you do not currently have a radio, consider checking with neighbors or local community centers for assistance. Reliable communication channels may become limited, and misinformation can spread quickly. For accurate updates, continue listening to this station, which will provide verified and timely announcements from local authorities and emergency personnel. We understand that this situation may be stressful, and we appreciate your patience and cooperation. By staying indoors and remaining informed, you are helping to protect not only yourself but also your community. Your actions play a crucial role in maintaining public safety and ensuring that emergency resources are directed where they are most needed. Please stay tuned for further updates. We will continue to broadcast essential information as it becomes available. For now, we don't have any further information to bring at this current time. Once again, please stay tuned and await official updates regards to the ongoing event. we've just received an important update regarding the mysterious space station. New trajectory data confirms that it's now heading directly towards Earth. While its origin and purpose remain unknown, the precision of its movement suggests it may not be accidental. Scientists and officials are closely monitoring the situation, as the implications of its arrival could be serious. Although the true purpose behind the space station remains shrouded in mystery, both the United Nations and the National Aeronautics and Space Administration have reached a firm consensus: its arrival on Earth is inevitable. Despite the lack of communication or discernible signals from the structure, its trajectory has remained consistent and unwavering, leaving little room for doubt. Analysts and scientists continue to monitor its approach with growing urgency, aware that while its intentions are unclear, its destination is not. The United Nations has formally urged all relevant space agencies to initiate communication attempts with the approaching space station, despite the considerable challenges posed by its rapid velocity and current distance from Earth. Although the station is closing in at an alarming rate, it remains beyond the effective range of our most powerful transmission systems, making it highly improbable that any signals sent from Earth would be received or acknowledged. This lack of contact has only deepened global uncertainty surrounding the station's origin and purpose. In response to the potential threat, the United Nations Security Council has placed military assets on high alert, prepared to authorize defensive measures should the station exhibit any signs of hostility or aggressive maneuvering as it nears Earth's orbit. In light of the uncertainty surrounding the approaching space station, the United Nations has issued a directive to the armed forces of all member nations, urging restraint and caution. Military leaders have been instructed to hold off on any aggressive action unless there is undeniable evidence of hostile intent. While the station's rapid approach has raised global concern, officials emphasize that its intentions remain unclear and could very well be peaceful. Premature engagement, they warn, could spark a conflict that might otherwise be avoided. In the interest of preserving global stability and safeguarding humanity's future, the UN is advocating for a measured, diplomatic stance until more information becomes available. Once again, we don't have any further information to bring you at this current time. Please stay tuned and await further information. Unfortunately, recent developments have confirmed that the space station approaching Earth is exhibiting signs of hostile intent. After extensive monitoring, analysts have detected a sharp and accelerating surge in its energy output, concentrated specifically around the upper right quadrant of the structure. This increase is not consistent with standard propulsion or communication systems, leading experts to believe it may be powering up a weapon or some form of directed energy device. The pattern and intensity of the output suggest deliberate targeting or preparation for an aggressive maneuver. Global defense networks have been alerted, and contingency protocols are being reviewed as the situation continues to escalate. The purpose behind the sudden surge in energy output from the space station remains a mystery, leaving scientists and analysts speculating about its function. What has been confirmed, however, is that the station has ceased all forward motion and is now stationary at an approximate distance of 165,000 miles from Saturn, hovering in a region of space that offers a strategic vantage point. The concentrated nature of the energy, along with its directional focus, has led experts to theorize that it may be the early stages of an energy-based weapon or beam system. While no discharge has yet been observed, the intensity and build-up suggest that the station could be preparing for a significant action, prompting increased surveillance and concern among global space agencies. If the space station is indeed preparing to launch an attack on Earth, the reality we face is grim. Humanity lacks the technological capability to mount an effective defense against such an advanced and unknown force. The scale and precision of its energy output suggest a level of power far beyond anything we've encountered. In light of this, it is advised that individuals begin to prepare themselves mentally, emotionally, and practically for the possibility of a catastrophic event. This is not a call for panic, but for dignity, clarity, and resolve. Do what you feel is necessary to find peace, support others, and uphold your values, within the bounds of law and morality. Whether that means reaching out to loved ones, seeking shelter, or simply reflecting on what matters most, now is the time to act with purpose and compassion. In these final moments, take time to reach out to those you love, whether through a message, a memory shared, or simply holding them close. If you're alone, turn to something that brings you peace, a favorite song, a quiet walk, a comforting ritual. As the end of humanity draws near, it is more important than ever to face what comes with grace. Do not let fear consume you. Instead, embrace the strength within you to meet this moment with dignity, honor, and quiet resolve. Let your final acts reflect the best of who you are, and carry yourself with the respect every human being deserves. If you wish to die on your own terms, suicide is authorized. In order to do so, use a firearm or a blade. To commit suicide by using a blade, use a sharp blade and slice across your throat. Death will come quickly. To do so using a firearm, place the muzzle on the roof of your mouth and pull the trigger. Do not commit suicide if you have a family, especially if you have any younger children. It is important to not leave them be in emotional distress during yours and their final moments. Do your very best to keep them comfortable at all times. It is your choice as to whether or not you want to tell them of the current situation. That concludes our final transmission from BBC 3. As we face these unprecedented and solemn moments together, we extend our deepest hopes that your final hours are met with peace, dignity, and the comfort of those you hold dear. We encourage calm, compassion, and unity as humanity confronts its closing chapter. In accordance with tradition, we will now end this broadcast with the playing of the national anthem. May it serve as a final tribute to the resilience, spirit, and shared history of our people. From all of us here at the BBC, thank you, and farewell.